What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. It is Pokestocks here. In this episode, we have one of the most requested videos on this channel. I'll be going over my top 5 Scarlet and Violet long-term investments for 2026 moving on forward. We'll be discussing not only the top products, but also some interesting products as well. And also in this video, we're going to be yapping about some One Piece. We're going to be yapping about Ascended Heroes. We have a lot to talk about, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. And by request of you guys, I've been seeing the comments. You guys do not like the quote of the day, so hey, I'll skip it for this video. But by any chance, if any of you guys want it back, let me know. I might do it in the comment section. Who knows? But you guys just don't want positivity. I guess that's it. I don't know. Feel free to join the Discord down below, and let's dive right into this. I want to start this video off right away by going over. I'm clapping. So happy. So freaking happy this set is falling. Guys, just take away one thing. If there's one thing you should take away from Pokestocks, is that I'm one of the biggest haters on Phantasmal Flames. And man, it puts a smile on my face to see this booster box going to $212 for a market price. I am telling you, and I've said this since day one of release of this set, this will be the first set in the hyper modern market that will hit MSRP. Expect to see Phantasmal Flames on store shelves. Expect to see booster packs laying on hangers, whatever the case may be, because this set is just continuing to fall in price. I reasonably believe that within the next few days to possibly a week or two, we will officially see this go below $200, which will be the first booster box in a millennial that we've seen do this. So I am super happy, super excited to see this happening. And I know some of you guys are happy like me, you know, just watching everyone. Well, I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude here, but I've always told you guys, do not be buying this set right now. If you guys bought this box at $300, you're going to have to wait a long time to see your profit come back. We also have a lot of top chase cards continuing to fall a bit in value, but I will be staring at this booster box. I just want to throw it in this video, start it off, you know, just smiling. Just so happy to see this. Just so happy to see this. All right, so how are we going to do this video? Pokestocks, top 5 long-term plays for 2026. I do want to make it pretty clear. This will be tailored to, of course, Scarlet and Violet. We do know that Mega Evolution, that whole era, is going to be in print for a long time, and most likely will not see the sun. I don't know what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say here is that Mega Evolution is going to be very, very cheap. Scarlet and Violet is definitely going to start gaining some value. Excuse me. Oh my god, I just choked on my own saliva right there. Shoot. Guys, I'm sorry about that. I want to start this video off by going over Prismatic Evolutions. Prismatic Evolutions, yes, it's the clear, obvious winner here. Of course, it's going to do very, very well in 2026, but not to bore all of you guys out by going over, well, Prismatic Evolutions is going to be the best set. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I think that a very, very good product that's going to do well is going to be the Pokemon Center ETB. I've mentioned this, and I'm going to say this again and again and again, right? Pokemon Center ETBs have a little bit more of exclusive aura. They're usually in print / stock 1 to 2 times, 3 times if we're lucky, and that tends to be it. Now, these Prismatic Pokemon Center ETBs have gone through a lot. As you guys can see by this graph right here, every massive drop-off that you see on the screen is tailored to a restock. So we obviously had the official release. These were at $400 before the official release day of Prismatic Evolutions, and then collapsed all the way to $260 in January. Picked up in value in April. We had another restock, dropping them all to $240, and then again in July, dropping these all the way down to $220, which was the all-time low of these. And then ever since then, they substantially gained a lot of value and slowly faded off. And this is happening right now. There's no restock occurring. But like many of us believe, this is just what's happening in the market. We're having a little bit of a slow turn right now. And yeah, we just see this happening. Now, you might be realizing, Pokestocks, why is there such a big buy volume candle? Why on November 27th through November 29th is there just a massive spike? Well, for some of you guys, if you do not know this, right, there was a Cyber Weekend sale in TCG Player where you saved 10% on everything. So that is why there is a massive buy volume, because a lot of people bought in at this and saved 10%. Now, going back to the logistics and long-term plays, yes, Pokemon Center ETB is a very, very solid. Prismatic Evolutions are going to do very, very well. I'm still trying to get my hands on one of these. I do not have one yet in my collection, and I am definitely looking to probably just pick up one. I don't have the budget to pick up a few of these. For those of you guys who do not know, I am a student right now studying, so money is pretty tight, and if you guys can agree, then you guys can agree. I always just try to be a real investor, you know, not always trying to tell you guys that I have thousands of dollars worth of product, because realistically, I just don't have the funds for it. I make Pokemon investing videos because I enjoy this and I sort of know what's going to happen in the market, and it's a fun hobby for me. So if I can at least get my hands on one of these, I do think that'll put a smile on my face. Moving on, we have the Prismatic SPC. Now, this is kind of twisted because we know for a fact that we will be getting a reprint within 2026. So why am I bringing this up? Well, I'm bringing this up because we are most likely going to be having a reprint of the SPC within the first, you know, how should I say this? Within the first few months of 2026, we're going to see a massive Costco drop, and I believe that it is going to drastically drop the price. And when that happens, we're going to see so many people entering at the market, including myself. I will be purchasing these because these are going to be ridiculously cheap. And I do think what's going to happen is that over time in 2026, within the first few months past, or in the summer / fall / winter months of 2026, this is going to be gaining a lot of value. And I am a strong believer that this might just be one of the last times we will ever have one of the biggest reprints of the SPCs from Prismatic Evolutions. I'm not saying that it is the last time, but realistically, I could visually see it that it will be one of the last biggest ones. For those of you guys who do not know, currently down 16% this past 3 months. Past month down 8%. These have taken a massive hit ever since the announcement of a reprint, and they are currently sitting at 245. I'm going to answer this question because I've gotten it asked, and for maybe some of my new viewers who might have the same question, is Pokestocks. You know, I want to be safe. I don't want to miss out at this product like I did at 190. Do you think, should I just buy it now or should I wait? I believe that you should wait. But if you're, very, very impatient and you know that in 2 to 3 years you'll be tripling your money, should I just be buying this product right now? It is, here's what I like to say, 245 for an SPC for one of the best sets of 2025. It's definitely a comfortable number. It's not something like $300 where it gets a little bit crazy, but 250 seems to be reasonable. But I would just highly recommend that you guys are patient until we have the Costco drop. And let's just say for some crazy, coincidence, the Costco drop never happens. Well, hey, you got yourself a few days to pick these up before they start to skyrocket again. But I do reasonably see that at, what I just said. Moving on forward to keep you guys updated with all the latest Pokemon news from PokeNotify. I'm not sponsored by them, but I love to use them, so I'll give them a shout out. Nothing has been posted today, which is kind of unfortunate. We have Ascended Heroes. I guess I'll go through this. I don't know if I went through this yesterday. The full release schedule and sealed product lineup. We have on January 30th, we have the tech sticker collections and the 2-pack. Now, what I'm currently analyzing, as you guys as you guys can see too, we have the Mega Charizard Y and a Gengar SIR. Now, not a Gengar SIR, but a Gengar. Now, what I find super interesting is that we do not really have an official Charizard Y yet from Ascended Heroes that has gotten leaked. So it's kind of interesting. Are we going to have Charizard Y in Ascended Heroes? We really don't know yet. Or at least, I don't know. Maybe I missed up on something. Let me know in the comments. February 20th, which is so interesting. Super interesting, guys, because literally almost a month later, we have the full lineup of truly regular product getting released. And something that does not make any sense to me, guys, is that within the first official wave, we are not even getting the ETB. We are not getting the ETB until a month after. It makes no sense, and I have no idea why Pokemon is doing this. They might be rushing really, really hard to keep a lot of the money circulating for themselves, but hey, I guess they're doing something weird. Now, from this lineup, one of the coolest things I've seen, guys, are these tins. These Mega Charizard Y and these Mega Charizard X tins are absolutely aesthetic. These are going to do super well long term just for the tins alone. So I'm definitely going to be picking up some of these. I love the artwork on them. They're absolutely beautiful. We also have some of the tins right here, which they're tins. They're nothing to go crazy about. And then on March 20th, 2026, we will be getting the Deluxe Pin Collection, the Premium Poster Collection, featuring Mega Gardevoir, and then we also have this one featuring Mega Lucario. Now, as you guys can pay attention, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but we do have, it looks to be one of the new art rares, right? The Mega Attack rare or something. So these might not be in the set, but might be promos. So just keep that in mind for some of you guys who do not know. Then on April 24th, and I just do not understand, it bothers me because they're doing Ascended Heroes in the weirdest lineup ever. They are releasing product months after the release date. It does not make any sense to me. But going back right here, we have More boxes on the left, and then the Ascended Heroes booster bundle. I've said this again and again. This Ascended Hero set is going to be one of the most interesting sets ever. I mean, with the release dates of all of the products, this really might affect the market, and it's definitely going to be something interesting. This is not going to be another, like, you know, Phantasmal Flames or Mega Evolution or anything like that. This set is going to be spread apart for months, and it's going to be really difficult to analyze how products are going to perform, because if there's just tech sticker collections circulating for Ascended Heroes, guys, you can expect those singles to be worth thousands of dollars. Because if I go back to here, if these products are the only thing, literally, if these are the only thing right now circulating on where people can pull the top chase cards, then do not expect to see the Gengar SIR go for $300. This is definitely going to be a $900 card, because it's going to be so difficult to pull with these limited amount of packs. And then when we get to April, we might see stuff cool down, but it's still going to be ridiculous. I still have no idea why Pokemon did that. Makes no sense to me. Moving on forward, we have Destined Rivals. Now, Destined Rivals is probably my personal favorite, and I think it deserves, and I think we can all agree on this, the best era set, right? What I mean by era set is a set in the era. Prismatic Evolutions is a specialty set. I guess I could call Destined Rivals a normal set. This is the best normal set of Scarlet and Violet. I think the Pokemon Center ETB is another great purchase for 2026. It sort of secures the bag that if you pick this up now, we will most likely never see the upcoming reprint / restock of these. If we take a look at the past year, these really didn't go through a restock. They just had it happen on the first official release, hitting 187, pushing up to almost 400 and coming down to 300. Do I think it is a reasonable pickup right now? I'm a little bit off the charts on that, but I think we might see one more restock of Destined Rivals Pokemon Center ETBs. Just tends to sort of happen. But again, if you want to play it safe, then I don't think there's anything bad happening with getting one of these in your collection. I also want to bring this up because I find these super interesting. And I don't know if you guys even know this exists, or maybe you do, but maybe you don't. Build and battle displays. This goes for any set right now, like literally any set. I think build and battle displays are super aesthetic and super underrated. For those of you guys who do not know, you are getting 40 packs, and I believe 40. Hold on, you're gonna get yourself 10 promos, 40 packs of Destined Rivals, and like so many amounts of bulk cards, which I guess doesn't really add up. But again, it's super aesthetic, super clean, and super limited. Not only Destined Rivals, but you can literally do any set with them. I'm kind of curious now. Does Phantasmal Flames have build and battle displays? They do, and they're currently selling for $325. So might have to do some research on that. But I think Destined Rivals is a fantastic set. And if you want to invest more on the aesthetic side of investing, then I highly recommend you should pick up at least one of these. They're definitely a lot cheaper than Destined Rivals booster bundle cases, Destined Rivals booster box cases. These are very, very, very affordable. And hey man, if you ask me the question, should I go for a booster box or a build and battle display? Honestly, I would choose the build and battle display because these are super unique. And I remember when I went to a card show, I saw someone with a Brilliant Stars build and battle display, and it was the coolest thing ever. Everyone had Brilliant Stars booster boxes, everyone had Brilliant Stars ETBs, but no one had a Brilliant Stars build and battle display. And I was like, damn, I had to get that for my collection. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it. It just wasn't in the budget during the time. But again, super, super clean and sort of a top pick for me if you're asking. Next up, we have Paldean Fates. I'm not going to lie. If you guys are, a returning viewer on my channel, OG viewer, you know that I never really talk about Paldean Fates, and I never talk about this set because I personally never attached to it in terms of like a collector's POV. And I know it sounds interesting, but listen, we all have that one set that just doesn't appeal to us. For me personally, that's Paldean Fates. But as an investment play, you cannot deny numbers and facts. Paldean Fates is definitely a top tier set. One product that I find very, very niche is the Charizard EX10. Now, unfortunately, I was stupid and I ripped mine open when I got it at MSRP. I got this for $25 and I was like, frick it, man, I'm going to rip it open. I did not pull anything, but I still find this super dope, up 118% over the past year. And this is, again, a very, very niche product. If you want to start 2026 off with a bang and be a little interesting, you might not see crazy growth on this product. In fact, it might just go up 10-20% by the end of 2026. But hey, you're going to get yourself a very, very cool product. And I'm telling you guys, this would look super dope if you had, like, you know, a stand or however you display your collection. This is super cool, and I've seen it again and again, and I even look at my empty tin itself and like, damn, if I would have had that sealed, it would have been sick. Moving on forward, we have this. Now, this is super, super strategic. The Paldean Fates Great Tusk and Iron Threads EX Premium Collection Box. Guys, this is the Blooming Waters. This is the Sam's Club Tyranitar and Lucario. This is the Sea and Sky Collection. This is the Paldean Fates version of it. I highly recommend that if you do want to invest in Paldean Fates, this is a top tier product for me. I love it, and I could easily forecast/foreshadow that if everything continues to go as planned, right? Expect this product to probably double. That's being humble. So I love it, guys. Super dope product. Moving on forward, we have 151. 151 has always been that set of mine that you know, I always found it as just an investment. Never really liked the set personally, but as an investment, I respect it, okay? We have the Sam's Club 151 Mini Tin. Now, I really, really personally have, well, let me rephrase myself. I have 2 of these in my collection right now, and I personally see this product just doing however well as the mini tins themselves. If the mini tins gain value, then expect this product to gain value. Now, I did some research, and not research recently, but my last video I posted about purely 151. We did some math, and we found that this was the cheapest price to pack ratio. So if you end up picking up this product, you are getting the best price to pack ratio value if you purchase this. Also, I do want to make it pretty clear. There's been a lot of, you know, speculation about the 151 10 pack. So for those of you guys, let me know if any of you guys picked it up. I have no idea. I did not get any of these because I just didn't have time, but I've not seen any confirmations yet. So, hey, this is, I really want to see this visually because I have no idea what 10 tins is going to look like. That's going to be the biggest product ever. So, again, just let me know in the comments if any of you guys managed to pick this up. And if you did, DM me on Discord. I will not respond, but I would love to see a picture of it. And then we have for 151, again, a top tier product of mine, Blooming Waters. Blooming Waters has always been a personal favorite for me. I have 2 of these in my collection, and I visually see Blooming Waters just doing fantastic. Again, one of the best price to pack ratios. Not anymore. It used to be. But then the new 151 product from Sam's Club flipped that over. So super, super cool, though. I really do respect it. And again, this is sort of like the Great Tusk. This is sort of like Crown Zenith, Sea and Sky collection. Follows that meadow. Now, this is the twister. This is the this is where stuff gets interesting, right? I'm throwing this in the video because I want to start some speculation. I just don't want to make this video so generic and talk about Destined Rivals, Prismatic, 151. Like, we all know those sets are going to be fantastic. I think Journey Together might have a possibility. You know, I used to be super optimistic about this set, but obviously it's not really that great. And I'm here to admit my faults. I'm trying to be as real as possible. This set is obviously not the greatest, and it's getting demonstrated by the hype of the community not wanting it. But I have this feeling, and when I have a feeling towards a set, it usually means something. I feel like the set is a bit, not underrated, but a bit underlooked. Like, I think a lot of people just skip over Journey Together, but, you know, it forecasts a lot of history from a lot of other sets, if you get what I'm saying. And I'm not here to convince you that Journey Together is a great set. No, I'm not doing that. But what I find super interesting is that Evolving Skies is sort of Prismatic Evolutions. Fusion Strike is sort of like Journey Together. Let me explain. Do not comment. Journey Together does not have a Gengar. No. That's not my point. What I'm saying is that Evolving Skies released and was super, super hyped. Prismatic Evolutions released and was super, super hyped. Fusion Strike released and was super hated on. Like, no one wanted Fusion Strike. Same memo right here. No one wanted Journey Together. And I feel like history is repeating itself because they almost follow that exact same thing. Evolving Skies, Prismatic, Journey Together, Fusion Strike. So just a little personal preference. Let me know what you guys think about Journey Together. I'm just a bit interested on what all of you think. And then lastly, to end this video off, just to do some quick yapping about Ascended Heroes, aka Mega Dream EX in Japanese. A lot of the top cards are falling in value, which is expected. This is not a shocker. You guys know this by now. We have the Gengar SIR falling to 450, the Mega Dragonite Gold version 330, and we have a lot of the other cards just sort of staying right there in their value, but taking that hit. And then we also have One Piece. One Piece. Oh my god, I just don't even know what to say about this, man. As you guys know, One Piece has been doing astronomical numbers. This booster box carrying on his will up 65% in 1 month. This is giving me so much Pokemon bull market vibes. I love it. Now, I'm bringing up One Piece because I want to bring up something. I believe, was it in the Discord? I don't know. Maybe not. I think I heard it somewhere, but there was a rumor going on that One Piece is going to collapse in a few months. Now, I'm going to end it right there. Let me know. Do you guys think One Piece will end in a few months? By the way, what I mean by the word end is that, like, the hype is going to end around One Piece. Let me know what you guys think about that. I am super interested to hear everyone's POV, but I don't know, man. One Piece is just it's just chasing the stars, guys. It's just chasing the stars. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.